Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. It's that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a big. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my they say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see.
This is the Madden Championship Series on EA Sports. As we join you from USAA Stadium. USAA, proud to serve the military community and their families. Welcome to the booth, everyone. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, all set for a good one here. Greg, this is one of those interesting things because you talk to both coaches. They've schemed, plotted all week, and the question becomes, who's got the plan that's going to fit against this other team?
Well, that's always the question, and I think if we really got honest responses from some of these play callers in pregame, I think they're not even quite sure. Everyone goes in feeling really good about the week work. They feel really good about where they are from a game plan perspective. But now, can you adjust? Can you find the elements of that game plan that are best suited for having success in this given game? That's the key.
Come on. Hit.
He's got room to run right at the start. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. On first down, Daniels. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
70 Rangers. 60 Mavericks.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. That's going to be caught. And he's going to get there. He's got the first down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chains.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And he'll finally be taken down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. A gain there of 27 yards. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8.
Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here we go, set.
Ready. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
It seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is. And he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch. And even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Little's kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Jackson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So just a lone field goal in the first quarter of play. It's the Ravens out front. Back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Hey, middle.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's hauled in on the left by Nakua. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. But it works out as they convert on fourth down. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That one brought in by Nakua. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Taking off, he'll try to get there.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Jackson looking to throw. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
That's caught by Watson. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Here's a 3rd and 10. To throw is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
You know, Mike, there's the saying in the NFL, take what the defense gives you. But that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to force a ball downfield. Show the defense you are willing to take big shots. Even though they weren't able to connect, it's going to have an impact the rest of the game.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Yeah. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Buffalo 18. Go.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. This one down the field for Freiermuth. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. Just one score, one lone field goal. All these two teams could muster in half number 1. What awaits us here in the 2nd half? And And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. Nakua snags it over the middle. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to throw, Jackson. Going right back to Nakua, complete. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. Jackson out of the pistol. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Again, it's Jackson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Throwing Jackson. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on 3rd down. Starts out as a pass.
Back to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to go out of bounds, but a very nice return up past the 35-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That pickup, good for 29 yards. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Pass. Trap 50. Trap 60. Let go.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
They'll turn and hand this one off. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Raven 1st down.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Jackson. Now he takes off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, report.
In the pistol, Jackson ready. He's going to air this one out. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. Even with 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, they're going to try an onside kick. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Come on. Hey.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Throwing on 2nd down. Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
He'll let this one go long for Williams. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Ravens. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Ravens will get out in front 17-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Easy, right?
They'll come up for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. Jackson now. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager, but